I saw the old Midway Hotel on fire, burning from its top. And then delighted hippie die mom Proudmom 3 shirt another and another. And another building began to burn from their top. Likely is in a position to avoid personal liabilities altogether. As most rich people delighted hippie die, whom he will default on anyway because, well, is this, finally, the emperor's new clothes happening? Please. You live in an imaginary world where the facts matter. Unfortunately, the real world only cares about power and ideology. Supporters don't care about them as a person. They only care about delighted hippie die mom Proudmom 3 shirt about him as a weapon. It will get swept under the rug. Some scandal about Biden will take over the headlines until gets reflected as design. For those wondering what this actually means, to begin with, here is something I wrote about the tax situation a long time ago when there was a supposed leak showing some business losses. A year and a half or so later, we are finally seeing some information about his personal income tax return. A Form 1040, the same that you and I and virtually everyone else files on an annual basis. So what can we actually surmise from the information that has come to light today? Delighted hippie die mom Proudmom 3 shirt, tank top, V-neck, sweatshirt, and hoodie, V-neck, hoodie, sweatshirt, tank top. All of that being said, I would expect to see some income being picked up delighted hippie die mom Proudmom 3 shirt somewhere here. Even in the 80s and 90s as his brand was expanding, was not building enough to be writing off billions due to depreciation alone. His interest expense was high, meaning much of his operating cash was likely coming from loans and not actual operating income. I obviously have not seen all the details, but this pattern of losses is indicative of a business with serious leverage and liquidity issues. I frankly don't really care about business acumen. Seeing high-level figures like this gives us an idea of how his businesses were operating poorly. It would appear, but there is no way to say for sure. I don't want to see a personal tax return so I can mock him. I want to see the balance sheets for every entity he owns. I want to see the liabilities. Tax returns alone do not tell the whole story either. But seeing several consecutive years of returns would be telling. But that's not why his tax returns for the years in question are of interest to a delighted hippie die mom Proudmom 3 shirt oversight committee. They, and I, are much more interested in his returns from this decade. And it's not because they want to prove he is poor or a fraud. This is a man who has been deeply in debt for a very long time. How much debt he is in today relative to his actual worth would not be of so much interest to the public if his actions did not make it seem as if he is beholden to some entity or power other than the public. His personal embarrassment over perhaps not being as wealthy as he has been projecting for decades is more important to him than our confidence in our executive branch. And that really sucks. It is Congress's job to oversee and thereby maintain public confidence in the executive. His reticence to allow them to perform that crucial function is the reason his tax returns are still in the news every day. I just want to know if my president is actually working for me. And he is throwing up barriers to us. Other products.